check 1 2 1 2. It's your boy, the network, in the place to be. Y'all let me know if y'all can hear me this time, because last time I didn't have the microphone muted. I had the microphone muted. Let me make sure I get the webcam going too. See, I don't hate when this do that right there, man. Streamlabs be acting funny with that, man. Alright, there we go. I think that's what we needed. We are episode number 131 of NetworkBruh LiveLabs. This is basically a series of live streams that I've been doing since, I don't know, sometime last year, where y'all could watch me try to explain some networking topics that I've learned throughout my certification journey, and y'all could watch me fumble through these labs, or actually when it's a topic that I really know, then I just do my best to explain it in layman's terms. Y'all know how I do. But yeah, we're on another episode.
Another one.
Today we're going to be doing another HSRP lab. I thought I was going to wrap it up, but I just realized that there was a couple more HSRP labs. Today we're going to be doing Boson Netsim. We're doing these troubleshooting labs right here. I have not done them yet. Typically I will go over the lab and then try to make sure I understand the topic fully. But since these are troubleshooting labs, we already went over the concepts. We just gonna try to do this together, so y'all can help me, help me point out any mistakes, or find out, or help me troubleshoot this issue, right? Just like we at work or something. So, we're gonna give it a couple more minutes for some people to tune in. Wait for some late stragglers to tune into the live stream. I typically stream Monday through Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But lately, I said I'm gonna try to lab every day, and yeah, I'm gonna try to lab every day. So it's gonna be, I'm gonna try to stream sometime between 6 to 9. And if you want to know what time that'll be, just join the Discord server. I put the link in the, I pinned the link in the chat right there, and then you'll get the inside scoop of when I will be streaming. While we're waiting for some late stragglers to come in, I wanted to read a current event here. It says here, gear from Netgear, or devices from Netgear, Linksys and 200 others have unpatched DNS poisoning flaw. Interesting, right? The small business, home office, networking equipment, Netgears and stuff like that. We have at my job, we have a couple of, we have a team that tried to deploy Netgears and stuff like that on our network, but they're like, we're always telling them, hey, before you deploy anything, let us know, because if you, plug up a switch to a network and it's not trunked, it can cause all kind of issues. You can cause spanning tree issues if there's VTP installed on it. You can wipe VLANs. It just becomes a vulnerability. Vulnerability in third-party libraries can send users to malicious sites. Hardware and software makers are scrambling to determine if their wares suffer from a critical vulnerability recently discovered in third-party code libraries used by hundreds of vendors, including Netgear, Linksys, Axis, and the Gentoo, I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right.
What the fuck?
Gentoo embedded Linux distribution. The flaw makes it impossible for hackers. Linux always had these weird names for their distributions. Ubuntu and what's the other one? I can't even remember. The flaw makes it possible for hackers with access to the connection between an affected device and the internet to poison DNS requests used to translate domains to IP addresses. Researchers from security firm Nozomi Networks said Monday. By feeding a vulnerable device fraudulent IP addresses repeatedly, the hackers can force end users to connect to malicious servers that pose as Google or another trusted website. That's when you want to call the FBI, open up! Because they just have all these vulnerabilities here. We got Kurt Wise in the building. Hi, all. We need to set up DMVPN network. You know what? Believe it or not, Boson Netsim has, you guessed it, VPN labs, most of which discuss DMVPN phase 1, phase 2, phase 3, all the phases of the DMVPN. We have not done those yet. We're still working on the Encore labs. All these red X's are the ones I got to do over again. I don't think I'm going to stream those. I think I streamed the ones with the green check marks a while back. And now I'm going to come back and do these NAT labs. But in between all of this, I've got hardware, and we do some labs with those as well. So I kind of go back and forth between Netsim and my actual hardware to do these live streams with. We got Pete in the building. Appreciate you for tuning in.
Hello there.
We got JH Booth in the building. Appreciate you for tuning in.
Hello there.
Who else we got in the building? Yep. So yeah, we do need to set up DMVPN. I need to know when believe it or not, I took the NRC exam about 2 months ago, and they had a couple of DMVPN questions on there, and it threw me for a loop, man. I need to really freshen up on DMVPN, and I'm gonna try to learn it. Try to have a deeper understanding with DMVPN before I take another crack at that exam. So luckily, Boson Netsim has some labs for that. And I got to do some extra reading aside from that. So, let's go ahead and get started. If you have a copy of Boson Netsim version 13, what's going on here? I can't see none of my... Let me relaunch this because there's supposed to be some menus up here. Let me relaunch this application. You sure want to exit? Yes.
Come on now, dog. Come on, man.
I don't know what's going on here. There was supposed to be a menu up there, and you're supposed to see some shortcuts. So I don't know what happened there. While that's loading up, let's go over what we're doing today. Hsrp, right? These are the cheat sheets that we've been using all week. You can get a copy of these from packetlife.net. They have a whole bunch of cheat sheets, man. Not just Hsrp, EIGRP, BGP, all the Ps. This is the basic configuration that we're really familiar with, right? We go to the interface. We can choose which version of Hsrp, version 1 or version 2. One supports, I believe, IPv6, and the other one does not. I can't remember what else other the differences are. The virtual IP address, the timers we can set, the priority, the preemption we come to know about, right? The preemption is a way to overthrow any other router that is a active router. Remember, we have an active router, we have a standby router. Everybody else is listening, right? Everybody else that's listening, they're waiting for one of these two to go down before they can come take over as an active router or a standby router. And then we can track an object. When a specific interface goes down, we could decrement our priority, right? So let's be cognizant of these commands for Hsrp while we're doing a troubleshooting lab. That is loaded up there.
A few moments later.
Let's relaunch the I did these GLPB labs by myself. I didn't stream these. Did I? No, I don't think I streamed those. I did those on my own. Troubleshooting Hsrp. Then we're gonna I think we'll do some troubleshooting labs tomorrow, and then wrap up the first hop routing protocols because I'm getting tired of that shit. I don't know about y'all. All right, troubleshooting Hsrp. Let's see what they're gonna have us do here. For this lab, you will. Let me go ahead and copy. Let's do this. Let's go ahead and copy the. Let's copy the network topology so that way I can explain. Remember, I have not done this lab, so I'm doing this with y'all, and hopefully you guys got a copy of Boson Netsim so y'all can do it with me. We got JH in the building. Says hit that like button. Yeah, go ahead and hit me with that like button, man. And make sure you subscribe to your boy. Let me zoom in right here. Copy this. I know it's a lot to get these streams going here. Let me put that in my favorite application, Microsoft Paint. Been using this shit since I don't know how long, man. Paste, resize that to about, I say 200%, 200 minute. Yeah, that's good enough. And we'll do that to some drawing. Brush, make it a little fatter. All right, so and this is what I was looking for. These kind of like, I think it crashed earlier. What is the first step they want us to do here? Yeah, I want to see I'm gonna move the directions over on the right here there. So Kurt Wise said, I have some hardware lab too. Oh, that's what's up, man. What kind of hardware you got, man? I have several 3750s. I got 4 of those. I got some 1841 routers. I have a 1841 routers, a 1921 router. I have a 2821 that I use as my terminal server. I got 2 ASAs and 2 wireless controllers. Most of this came from eBay. I would say my favorite router or my favorite device on here is probably this 1921 router because this thing is super quiet. I can turn it on right now and y'all won't even know it's on. What else? For your lab, your network design will code 4 switches, which are these guys right over here. The access layer switches, the distribution layer switches, and then the 2 routers, 2 workstations that we can see over there on the left hand side. We got some basic networking commands right there we already familiar with. Let me show y'all real quick. These are the basic networking commands we're familiar with. Configuring IP address, pinging, show IP interface brief, and then the standby commands, and then the no to negate it, right, to remove it. This is the IP addressing guide, lab tasks. Complex networking troubleshooting requires a structured approach. Blah, blah, blah. They say in so many words, just fix this shit. We got 2 trouble tickets here, right? We got trouble ticket 1, Hsrp configuration issue. And it looks like trouble ticket 2, which is a workstation connectivity issue. We can scroll down to see the answers, but obviously we're not going to do that, right?
Nope.
We're going to actually try to solve this. Trouble ticket 1, Hsrp configuration issue. Network redundancy has recently been set up on one of your client's networks. The IT manager configured Hsrp, but he admits to being unfamiliar with the protocol.
Come on now, dog. Come on, man.
Now, see, if he was subscribed to NetworkBruh, he would have known all week we've been covering Hsrp, but since he's unfamiliar with it, we're going to have to help fix it. He thinks he might have made 1 or more mistakes which resulted in network failure, so you have been called in to fix the issues. Come on, Mr. Manager, why are you hands-on with this shit anyway? The manager used the following values when configuring Hsrp on the distribution layer switches, which are these guys right here. We got our distribution layer here, and we have the access layer here, and then we have obviously our core layer, which is just 2 routers. What did they say here? This is the values he used. He group 3. He used a priority of 90 on DSW1, priority of 120 on DSW2. DSW1 is a standby router. DSW2 is the active router. I don't know how he configured that. Maybe through the priority. He probably did something with preemption. We'll see. The Hsrp state of both devices is active. Create a troubleshooting and verification plan, and then correct the configuration problems. All right, let's start with DSW1. And then let's run some show commands, right? What are we familiar with? You would think it would be show Hsrp, right?
Nope.
Cisco like to trip us up. It's actually show standby for Hsrp, right? And we could also do show standby brief to just give us a brief overview of this standby configuration. Looks like we've got, already I see a mistake here. They got group 0 when it should have been group number, I already see a mistake there, right? Group number 3, right? That's one issue. What else we got here? We don't know what the standby's address is. So it looks like we're running some sort of split brain scenario. So we got, this guy is in group 0 when he should have been in group 10. I'm sorry, group 3. And let's look at DSW2, which is that guy at the bottom, right? Let me move these out of the way because I usually keep the directions on the side. How did he even get the job? IT manager, right?
Nope.
I don't know what's going on there, man. This guy's the IT manager and he fucking shit up. Let's do a show not GLBP. Show standby brief. Take a look what's going on here. We got the right group number here. The priority is 120. Is that correct? What did they say? Priorities 120. Was it 90 on the other guy? Let's see. I hope he's 90. Yep, that is correct. So far I see this is wrong. What else on DSW2? I think that's the main thing I see. Now, we could also just do that was the brief, right? Let's take a deeper look at the configuration with just show standby, right? And what else we got here? We already see that is messed up right there. We have the virtual IP address of 3.1. Was that supposed to be the address? 3.1. That is correct. What else? Y'all got any questions so far? Y'all see anything wrong yet? We got they left the hold timers is default, right? Hello time is 3 seconds. The hold time is 10 seconds, right? We can see that in the cheat sheet right there. Defaults are right here. Default hello 3 seconds. It doesn't have the hello on here. Come on, Jeremy Stretch.
Come on now, dog.
quicker with that button there. What else? Preemption is enabled there. The active router is local. Standby router is unknown because they're in two separate groups right now. We got one in group 0, the other was in group 3, which is correct. Priority is set correctly on that guy. It says redundancy name is HSRP1. I don't know what that is about. Let's see. Let's take a look at this one and do a deeper standby configuration look. And when we're done with that, we can just always show run and just compare the two, right? I remember at my old job, I had a guy that told me, he called it stare and compare, where you look at two configurations, see what the fuck wrong with them, and just think,
hold up, wait a minute, something ain't right.
and then you'll see, you know, by just comparing the two. That usually, I fixed a lot of problems at work by just using stare and compare. What does this one say? Group 3. He didn't do anything with the timers. Preemption is enabled. That's the main thing I see here, and the configuration is 120. So let me go to DSW1 and fix that problem. Go to global config mode, standby. You know what? Let's do this. Let's remove the standby 0. This is what we ran into last time. Remember, I couldn't remove the group 0. Let's take a look at that. Interface, what was it? VLAN, it's supposed to be on VLAN 1. That's on VLAN 1. What's the other one at? VLAN 1, so that's correct. So we definitely need to fix the group on there. Interface, VLAN 1, standby. Let's do a no standby 0. Let's just get rid of that. Can we get rid of that? Don't look like it. Let's do a no standby 0 IP. The address was 172.16.3.1. And hopefully that gets rid of that group. And there it is. Now we're in init mode. Remember the groups, the states for HSRP? We take a look at that cheat sheet one more time. Looks like we broke something there. I need to do my that's not what I wanted. See, you gotta be quick with that, man. Let me add that to my, because I definitely wanted that. We definitely broke something with that, right? The HSRP states are, I think it's right here, speak, active, listen, and standby. But I don't see why they don't have init in here. Come on, Jeremy Stretch. You failed me here, man. Go back to my...
Come on now, dog. Come on, man.
Init is, I think, short for initialize, right? And then that's basically when HSRP is broken. But let me give you an official definition with that. P said the standby has a higher priority at the moment. Oh, does it? Yes. It was 120 for the standby, 90 for the active. So that definitely ain't correct. Let's see what init is. HSRP, just so I can give y'all the correct HSRP init state. It stands for init or disabled. This is the state of a device that has not yet determined the virtual IP address and has not yet to see a hello message from the active device. That's from Pearson certification. So that's definitely broken there. Let's try to fix that right there. We're already in the configuration mode. What am I doing here? In standby group number 3, the IP is 172.16.3.1. That should put it back into the group. But he is in standby mode. But we wanted DSW1 to be in, yes, standby mode. So that is correct. They wanted DSW1 to be in standby mode and DSW2 to be active. So right now, by fixing that, we made this router in standby mode. Let's go to DSW2. Does he have any syslog messages? It don't look like it. Let's do a show standby over here one more time. He is in active mode. So that is correct. It looks like we fixed that problem there. So I think we're good here so far, man. Pete did mention the priorities, but yeah, That is what they said right here on Trouble Ticket 1. DSW1 is priority of 90, DSW2 is priority of 120, and even one DSW1 is that standby router, and DSW2 is the active router. So it looks like we fixed that problem. I think we're done with that, right? DSW2 is active, yeah. So I think we're good there. What he said, ISR 4331. Oh, a router. That is a, yeah, that's a good router, man. That's like enterprise grade. I don't think those are like end of life yet, man. Switch 9200. You got firepower, ASA power. Damn, you got a whole fucking data center at your place, man. What the heck?
What the fuck?
Pete said standby has a higher priority. Oh yeah, we did that already. And you have EvenG. Yeah, I used to have EvenG installed on my other laptop, but then I got a new one and I just never got around to installing it. I used to have GNS3. I used to do GNS3 on my labs, on my live streams and stuff, but haven't done that in a minute. But yeah, I think we fixed trouble ticket number 1. Let's move on to DSW. No, I'm sorry. Trouble ticket number 2, which says here, we got a workstation connectivity issue. The Hsrp state of both devices is active. Or we fixed that. We fixed that problem there. So after the manager configured Hsrp on the distribution switches, he changed the workstation to use the new redundancy protocol. Client 1 lost connectivity with parts of the network after this change. Create a troubleshooting and verification plan, and then correct the problem.
Come on now, dog. Come on, man.
I think the real problem is the HR hiring process. Who the hell put this guy as the IT manager, man? Let's go to the client workstations and see what's going on here. Let's these client workstations, we already know that they need to be pointing to the virtual IP address, right? The VIP, not the physical interfaces of these devices. Their gateway is now the virtual IP address, which was 172.16.3.1, right? Yeah, that right there is the virtual IP address. That's what they need to be. Let's do an IP config and see what they are. Right now, it is pointing to 3.11. Client 1 is pointing to 3.11. I think that's probably... Let's check the addressing guide. 3.11 is actually 3.11, 3.11, 3.11, 3.11. It don't even fucking exist. Tell you, you gotta be quick with this shit, man. What's going on here, man?
Hold up. Wait a minute. Something ain't right.
There it is right there. It's just set as his gateway, but there's like that gateway don't even exist around here. I don't even see .11. So, and then this guy's pointing to the correct one. So we definitely need to fix client 1. I don't think client 2 has a problem, but we'll double check. Definitely needs to be fixed here. IP config /DG. Don't get too hung up on that command right there. This is just how they did it on these little fake computers here. So 172.16.3.1 is supposed to be the gateway. Let's double check client 2. IP config. And he's pointing to 3.1. So that's good.
Woo! Yeah, baby! That's what I've been waiting for. That's what it's all about.
Let's go ahead and see if we can ping. I think let's just as a test see if we can ping the routers, right? So from that client and this client, let's just see if maybe we can point to the maybe a loop back on router 1. So what is the addresses on these guys? Router 1, 253.2. We might have to fix something else though. I don't know. Let's see if we can ping 253.2. Ping 172.16.253.2. Get on our knees. Pray to the network gods. And we got reply. A couple replies, actually. So let's go to client 2, do the same thing. I'm sorry, that was client 2. Go to client 1 and ping 172.16. Kurt Wise said SD-WAN. Oh, you're studying SD-WAN as well. Nice, Kurt. Kurt AWS Wise. Right, seriously, man. He got a whole data center at his house over there, man.
Damn, son. Where'd you find this?
172. That's not what it was. Yeah, 253.2. 16.253. 253.2. Wait for the reply.
A few moments. moments later.
And we got 0% loss. So we're good to go there. Let's Control G, see if we done everything. We're missing something on the DSW1 switch. What are we missing on that guy? We didn't fix something. I don't know what it is. I don't want to go in there and check, but let me see what else was what else he said he needed to do. The trouble ticket was to fix that. DSW2, is his priority 120? Let's triple check that. DSW2. We might have to fix preemption also. Let's see. His priority is 120. Standby router is 3.3. The virtual IP is 3.1. What did we not fix? We can Control G again and double check the answer, but I want to check first. I don't even want to. Y'all see what am I missing here? Let's do a show run. Fuck it. Show run. You got time for all this, man. Seriously, where did you find it? Where did I find what? You asking me?
What?
Let's look at the configuration for Hsrp. We got the IP address, the priority, preemption. 3.2 was the correct address? No, that is wrong. That is wrong. That's supposed to be... No, that's correct. That's correct. That's the physical IP address. The standby IP is 3.1, which is correct. Priority is 120. Let's take a look at what else does need to be changed here. We set priority. Maybe we should bounce it. I don't know. Show standby brief. And if I don't see what's wrong with it, let me see. Active router is local. That's me. Standby is 3.3. That's DSW1, I believe. Yeah. Priority is 120. I don't know. Y'all see what am I missing here? Am I missing anything here?
Wait, what? Hold up. Wait a minute. You ain't right.
He says I'm missing some configuration on DSW2 according to the grade. EIGRP. Let's see what. No, they didn't tell us to fix anything with EIGRP. Show EIGRP. Show IP. EIGRP neighbor. Do we have an EIGRP neighbor? We do. A couple neighbors. I don't see what's wrong with it, man. Let's just, I guess, go ahead and take a look at the answer. Do y'all see anything? Wrong with the configuration? Because that's all he asked for. Let me get caught up here. Yeah, that's all I see, man. Let's just check so we can move on, man. Control G. It said we are missing. Drum roll, please. Wrong drum roll. DSW1. It says we're missing the. I thought we fixed that problem. What the?
What the fuck?
We have an extra command here. I thought I removed that, and I don't see it in there. And we definitely added standby 3 with priority 90. Oh, it was supposed to be the other way around, huh? Let's see, DSW1. Oh, DSW. I was looking at DSW2. DSW1 had the issue. DSW1 had the issue. And let's take a look there. Show run. We needed to get rid of this stuff. So we fixed the problem, but I don't understand how we didn't get rid. Oh, we got rid of the IP address, but we didn't get rid of everything else. That's what I did wrong. Okay, all right. Y'all with me so far? So we put the virtual IP address in group 3, and that did work. But these are optional. The priority and the preemption. That stuff is optional. We do a show standby. Let's see. My priority is set to 100, so that is definitely wrong. That is definitely wrong. Let's go ahead and fix that. Good thing there's a grading feature here, right? It says we did standby 0. Yes, but like I said, we did not remove it apparently. I removed the virtual IP address from standby 0, but I didn't remove everything else. So that was my problem. No standby. Oops, I got to go in the interface. Interface VLAN 1. No standby 0 preempt. And then no standby 0 We got rid of the IP. We needed to do priority. The priority was set to, I believe, looks like 100. For group 3, it's 100. But for group 0, it's set to 90. That's what we got to get rid of. So we could have just, but where I don't see where in the show commands that would have showed us that. Nothing in the show commands showed us that. We would have had to done show run to actually see it. But y'all know me. I think show run is kind of like not really cheating, but you want to try to use other show commands other than show run to really like challenge yourself. And I guess we should have just done a show run, man.
Come on now, dog. Come on, man.
And that would have fixed that problem. So let's get rid of priority 90 there. And now let's set the preemption and priority to group 3. The way we do that, standby 3, priority. They said it needed to be 90. No. What he said it wanted it to be? He said he wanted it to be, yes, 90. And then the preemption for group 3. So priority 90. And then standby 3, preempt. We'll save our work. Control G. You've completed lab successfully.
Woo! Yeah, baby! That's what I've been waiting for. That's what it's all about. Woo!
All right, so I guess we can move on to lab number 2. Another troubleshooting lab for Hsrp. Y'all gotta help me point this one out, man, because apparently I fixed the problem, but not fully. So, like I said, there's no... Maybe I don't know if Boson Netsim works that way, or if that really happens on iOS, where if you remove, well, we removed standby 0 for the virtual IP address, but everything else stayed there. There was no other way we would have seen that standby 0 was still in the configuration unless we did a show run. So I don't know. But we did get through that lab. So next lab is another troubleshooting lab for Hsrp, right? I'll give y'all a couple minutes to get caught up. For anybody he said show run when in doubt. Yeah, for sure, man. Definitely just show run when in doubt, man. But like I said, I try to use other show commands like we was doing show standby and show standby brief to look at the configuration there. But that standby 0, there's nothing in there that would have told us that none of those commands. We just had to do a show run, just like you said. Troubleshooting Hsrp part 2 says this is the network we're going to be working with. So let's just copy and paste that real quick and put that in my favorite application, Paint. Copy and put that in here and get rid of all this. No. Paste. That's good enough for y'all. Y'all can see that, right? Y'all can see that, right? Let's move on to the next lab. What are the tasks here? And I'm missing my buttons up here again. But I'm pretty sure that's the grade lab button. Yeah, everything else works. So let's just move on. It says here, for this lab, we're going to have the 4 switches, which are these guys right here. We got the router, and then we got the ISP router. All devices will be configured. Everything blah, blah, blah. So we can jump right into it. We got the basic commands here. Some show commands also. We're going to do show run. Fuck all this, man.
Nope.
Let's this is the addressing guide right here. Lab tasks. Task 1. Wait, let me see how many tasks there are. 3 tasks here. Okay, so this one's gonna take a little bit. This is gonna take us a little bit. This will take us probably to the end of the hour, and it's probably gonna be the last lab we do. DSW2 is the active Hsrp router for the company's network. Where's DSW2? This guy right over. Bloop, 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 bloop. DSW2 is right over here. That guy right there. Right. However, traffic from client 1 and client 2 are unable to reach the ISP router. So these guys right here are unable to reach the ISP router. Well, we got to fix that. I hope we ain't got the same IT manager over here, man.
Come on
In this task, you will determine why the active HSRP router is not being used to reach the ISP. From client 2, verify that the problem exists by attempting to ping. Move this shit over, man. What's going on here, man? Attempting to ping the 000 interface on the ISP router. Does the ping succeed? Well,
Nope.
they already told us that it don't, but let's go ahead and do it anyway. Go to client 2 and ping 198 dot, what was it? 51.101. 51.100.1. Send a ping. Wait for it.
Nope. Nope. Nope.
We got 100% loss, so that tells us right now that did not work, right? Does the ping succeed?
Nope.
From client 2, attempt to ping DSW2's FA04 interface. Does the ping succeed? So the client 2, which is this guy right here, right? That's the client 2? Yeah, client 2 to ping the DSW2 FA04 interface, which is right over here. So they want us to go from this PC to that interface right over there. Can we ping it? What was the IP address again? 172.16.253.6. 172.16.253.6. That was from client 2, right? Ping 172. Y'all know I got a short-term memory, man. 16.253.6. 16.253.6. Send the replies. The pings. Timed out.
Nope. Nope.
Timed out.
Nope.
Doesn't look like it's working here, so
Nope.
let's move on to the next one. I guess they kind of walking us through isolating the problem here. They didn't just leave it out in the open for us. DSW2 display HSRP information. Is DSW2 the active HSRP router? Say that 2 times in a row. Why or why not? So let's go to DSW2. Let's take a look at him. Show standby. Is he the active router? He is the active router. Why is he the active router? Well, we've got preemption enabled. Our priority is 100. What else we got going on here? What is the IP address on VLAN 1? That's the question. Looks like the standby is 3.3, which is probably going to be DSW1. And we are active router. Let's take a look at the other router. That's going to answer our question here. But let's take a look at what the IP address is. Show IP interface brief. VLAN 1 is 3.2. What's DSW1? He's on standby mode. Show standby. He is 3.2. We are what? 3.2. No, we are 3.2. DSW1 is 3. Show standby. And it looks like I see an issue right here already. We got a priority of 99. That's not a good look. And that's probably the reason why he's on standby mode. If there's object tracking on here, maybe it got decremented. I don't think so. No, it's configured as 99. So that's probably the reason why he's standby. Because he has a priority. DSW1 has a priority of 99. Remember, the priority is a number from 0 to 255, or was it 1 to 254? I can't remember. And this guy has a priority of what? 100, which is the default value. Let's go to DSW2 to triple check that. His priority is set to 100. Yes. So what was the question again? Why is DSW2 the active router? Because he has a high priority. That's what it looks like. On DSW2, display the routing table. What do you notice about the paths to the network that are connected to the ISP router? Let's see. DSW2, show IP routes. Right, we're familiar with that command. That was deleted. Any questions so far or anything? This gonna be the last lab we do before we wrap this up. What do we want to see? It looks like we have connected routes. I don't see any learned routes from any dynamic routing protocols to get to the ISP router. So we know about only the local subnets. We don't know about these routes back here. That's from DSW2's vantage point. So that's one thing I noticed. What else? What do you notice about the paths to the networks that are connected to ISP router? I only know about these local networks right here. These right here. This network, well, this network, if that's a network, and that network. I don't know anything back here. So that's for sure. What else they want to know about? But let's see what they said though. No, I'm gonna leave it at that. I'm gonna leave it at that. Based on what you know about the topology and the output you've analyzed so far, what problems might cause traffic from client 2 to not be forwarded beyond DSW2? What problems? Well, all of our interfaces are up. What else? The fact that we don't have a route to anything back here. That's what I see. Oh, we don't have a default gateway. For one. Yeah, that's one thing. But I don't think they're gonna have us change anything about that. What do you guys see about the routing table? What's wrong with this routing table here? Remember, I did not do this lab. I'm kind of doing this on the fly with you guys, so it's not like I knew this and I said, you may pretend I know this shit. I'm actually doing this with y'all, so y'all watching me fumbling through this right here. I don't see anything else other than us knowing only about local and connected networks here. That's all I see here. On DSW2, display a summary of interface status and configuration, which we did already. What do you notice about the interface that's connected to the 16.253.4 network? Let's see. We did show interface status already, right? 253.4 network. Oh, it's admin down. Pfft. Well, that's for one. FA04, that's probably that interface right there. So basically, this shit right here is down. FA04. You see that right there? FA04. So that's the main thing. They kind of walking us through here.
Oh my God!
I guess we should have seen that earlier, but maybe if we widen it like this, bloop, I probably would have seen admin down, admin down, admin down. Oh, wait a minute, that one's admin down. So let's go ahead and go to global config mode. Let me not no shut it just yet. Let's see what they want us to do here. What do you display a summary? What do you notice about the network that's connected to that? Well, it's shut down. On DSW1, display information about the Hsrp. Is preemption enabled? So let's go to DSW1, see if preemption is enabled. This guy right here, I'm not going to no shut it just yet. Preemption is enabled. It is. It says it right there in plain English. Number 8, what is most likely the reason that DSW1 is not the active Hsrp router? Well, other than having the lower priority, preemption is, let's see, is he enabled on this guy? Preemption is enabled on both routers. So other than the priority, I didn't see anything else wrong. Unless y'all seen something that I didn't.
Nope.
What is, did I read this part already? What is most likely the reason DSW1 is not the active router? The priority. As a result, what possible problem or problems could occur if DSW2 were to lose connectivity to router 1? Well, if he was to lose connectivity to router 1, then I guess he would shift it. I would have said he would have shifted his traffic that way if preemption was enabled. But he has a lower priority number. What else? Yeah, he would shift his traffic this way instead of sending his traffic that way. So I would have thought, you know, let's say that this guy has a gateway of DSW2. I would have thought he would have still been able to go this way to make it there, right? So let me show y'all real quick. Because we got this little red X right here, then I would have said, okay, well, since he can't go this way, then maybe he could still make it to the gateway going this way, right? That's what I would have thought just by looking at this. Because we have a priority of 99 here, and we have a priority of 100 here. Preemption is enabled, so that means this guy is still the active router. He can't preempt because he has a lower priority number. Maybe that's what it is. Is that what y'all think it is? I don't know. Peter Hunt is in the building. Appreciate you for tuning in. Appreciate you for tuning in. What else he said? He said maybe DSW1 routes to router 1. Router 1 not advertising the default route. That's possible too. Yeah, because I didn't see, well, we didn't check router 1 just yet. But for sure, we didn't have a default route. Looking at the stack, the routing table, right? When we did a show IP route on this guy, show IP route, default gateway of last resort is not set. We only know about the connected routes. So yeah, you're right. Maybe he's not injecting a default route, or maybe we just don't have a static route out there. Maybe that's something they want us to plug in. I don't know, but I thought we was coming to do HSRP. Let's see. Bars.
Another one.
What? Based on what you know about HSRP, what could you configure on DSW2 to automatically lower its HSRP priority so that DSW1 preempts DSW2 if DSW2 loses connectivity to router 1? You guessed it, object tracking. So what we could say here is if this line goes down, which it did, it's admin down right now. If this goes down, then decrement my priority is something else. So that's what's going on here. We didn't decrement our priority. We're still at 100. Therefore, we're still the, what? Active router. This guy is still standby, even though preemption is enabled. That's where object tracking is going to come in. So I think that's probably what they set up for us to do. And it says right here, task 2, correct the connectivity problem. That's why I like Boson Netsim. They kind of walk you through the problem, they hold your hand and stuff like that. But that's another reason why I kind of don't like it, because it's like a fixed environment to show you what could go wrong or whatever, right? I think you found the problems. Yeah, I think so too, man.
Woo! Yeah, baby! That's what I've been waiting for. That's what it's all about. Woo!
This task involves re-enabling connectivity to DSW2 or between DSW2 and router 1. So basically, we gonna fix this problem right here. All these fucking red X's over here, right? Allow time for the network to wait on DSW2. DSW2's affected interfaces. Fix the problem you discovered. Let's go to DSW2, which is this guy over here. We're already on there.
Come on now, dog. Come on, man.
All right, Boosie, we're gonna fix that problem. FA04, no shut. It's coming up. That's not going to change the states, right? Because we still have a higher priority, 100, whereas the other guy's 99, right? So we was already the active router anyway. What else they want us to do here? Allow time for the network to converge. From client 2, attempt to ping ISP's 00 interface. Does the ping succeed? So basically we're going to have what? This PC right here. What was it? Client number 1 or 2? I can't remember. Client 2 to ping the ISP's 00 interface. So client 2. This guy right here, they want us to ping that interface right over here. Right? Let's go back to client 2. We probably could do it too. Try to ping it. Now we got some replies. That's a good thing. Trace the route from client 2's ISP 00 interface. So we got to do the same thing, but do a trace route. To which device does the first hop of the trace belong to? So let's run that same IP address, but we're going to do a trace route to it rather than a ping, right? So trace RT 172.16. No, my bad. That was the wrong address. What the fuck am I doing? Wrong, man.
Come on now, dog. Come on, man.
The address we were supposed to ping was that 192 or 198.51 100.1. That's the address. Right now, what I did was ping the gateway on there, I believe. 253.6, or actually it was that interface right there. The FA04 interface. Now let's ping that. And we did get a reply. So I'll show y'all real quick. First, I tried to ping this, which was, we know was down with all those red X's and shit, right? But now it's up. And then we ping this, and now that works. So that's a good sign. Now they want us to do a trace route to that same address, right? So TRACERT 198.51.100.1. The first hop is 3.2. Who is 3.2? 3.2 is 3.2 is DSW2. So that is our first hop. So basically, to get there, we did we went, this is our first hop, and then made it to there, one of these interfaces over here, and then made it to the ISP. Let's see what's the next thing they want us to do. We're almost done here, y'all. Last task, right? To which does the first hop belong to? We said it was DSW2. On DSW2, display HSRP information. Has anything changed? Probably not, right? Let's go to DSW2. Oh, we got to do object tracking in a bit here. Show standby. Y'all hit me that like button, man. We're gonna do another lab tomorrow. Probably VRP troubleshooting, or I might do those on my own, and then I want to move on to some NAT labs. Show standby brief. We are still the active router, right? So this guy right here, this guy's still the active router. This guy's still the standby router. I believe he had the priority of 99. Right? We said that's a number from anywhere between 0 and 255, right? And this guy, I believe, has a priority of 100. 100. I know that's an ugly 0. So he's active 100. He's standby 99. So nothing has really changed other than us bringing up this interface right here. Because remember, this shit was down, right? Those folks at Boson.
Come on now, dog. Come on, man.
Those weasels over there. All right, so now the next task was configure interface tracking. During your troubleshooting, you should have noticed that DSW1 did not take over the active router, even though there was no connectivity between DSW2 and router 1. In order to ensure DSW1 was blah, 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 blah. Fix the shit, right? Let's go to DSW2. On DSW2's VLAN 1 interface, configure HSRP tracking so that the priority of HSRP group 1 on DSW2 is decremented by 2 when the FA04 interface goes down. So basically, they said when this interface goes down, subtract his priority by 2. Now I know my daughter is 7 years old. She's a little smarter than me, but I think we could do 100 minus 2. What that means, our priority is going to be 99 if we decrement it by 2, right? But then that means it's going to be tied with this. So maybe they're going to, right? Because they're both going to have a 99 priority. So let's do that. But let's see what they're going to walk us through to doing here. On DSW2's VLAN 1 interface, let's go to VLAN 1 and set tracking. So let's go to interface VLAN 1. Global config mode. Interface VLAN 1 GLBP group number. What was the group number? It was group number 1. Track? No, wait, not GLBP. What am I thinking? Standby. Jeez, see, I messed up. I was doing something in the GLBP labs earlier today at work. No, GLBP 1. Oh, I didn't set it up yet. All right, good. So standby group number 1. Track. What do they want us to track? They said to track it's gonna be object number. We gotta do an object number, right? No, they didn't do an object number just yet. But they said priority, so that the priority of HSRP goes down. Configure HSRP tracking so that the priority goes down and it's decremented by 2. Hold on a second. Oh, I said I didn't even realize I meant to say 98. That's what I meant. Yeah, 98. What am I thinking here, man?
Come on now, dog. Come on, man.
98. See, so my daughter is smarter than me. Standby track. let me see. What's the next? We wanted to track interface FA0/4. See there, man, all this shit I'm talking, right? And then decrement it by, how many points? We said 2. So I think that's what they wanted us to do here. I think you found a, yeah, man, what's wrong with me, man? So we decremented by 2, right? And I think that's what we needed to do there. And then we got to do a track, right? I think we got to do that too. So like we could just do track 1 interface FA0/4 track the line protocol. But they didn't tell us to do this right here. But I think that's what we got to do. This might be an extra step, may or may not be. I think that's what we got to do though. Already configured. Oh, they already configured it for us. What? Let's see. Let me make sure. I guess they already put that in there. See that entry already configured. Show. Let me do a show run. Fuck it. Show run. I'm still laughing at that. Over here, 100 minus 2 is 99. Come on, guys. We should know that. That's the one I meant to hit. No, that's not it. The tracking object is located over there. They already put that in there for us. So that's what it was. So they already put that in there. And that's why we got this little error message right over. Where's it at? Where's it at? Where's it at? This right there. Entry already configured. So, we got Guy, you in the building. He said, yeah, I'm over here. I can't even do simple math, man. What's wrong with me, man? All right, so we did the tracking. I think we set that up correctly. You will also verify DSW1 is able to take over for DSW2 after you've configured interface tracking, which we just did. On DSW2, display HSRP information. Has anything changed? Probably not, because nothing went down yet. We're tracking something and the state did not change. So this right here, this interface right here, his priority is what? 100. We set it to decrement by 2. It's my sloppy handwriting. Maybe that's what it was. It was my sloppy handwriting, and I really meant to put a 98 there. What is wrong with me, man? All right, so we didn't take this down just yet, right? So that's why nothing changed, but we'll do a show standby anyway to check. Right now, the priority is set to 100. It is set to active, right? This guy is active, and this guy is S for standby. Let's go ahead and shut that interface down, which I think they're going to have us do. Yeah, shut down the interface, allow time to converge, display the information, has anything changed, and then try to ping. That's what they're going to try to do. And then they want us to bring it back up and then do a trace route. So let's do that and race through this real quick because we got 2 more minutes till the end of the stream here, right? Shut down F804. Global config mode, interface. What's wrong with me, man? Interface FA0/4. Shut down. Y'all hit with that like button for not knowing some simple ass math right here. We are in standby mode now, right? That's a good sign. DSW2 standby. And then let's take a look at his priority since we did that. I don't see, there's the tracking object. That's what I was looking for. I was like, what the hell? I thought I was missing something there, man. Do a show standby. Our priority is 98, not 99, like I said. And we are, yeah, so we're standby and our priority is 98. That means theoretically he should be at 99 in the active router. Looks like we've changed from standby to active with that syslog message. We can see that already, but let's check our priority. Show standby. Our priority is 99, so we're higher than this guy. So this guy is at 99, as you can see, and this guy is at 98 with my dumbass math right over here, man. So let's get rid of all this. Next thing they wanted us to do was, has anything changed? Yes, we did. We already see that. They want us to trace route to the ISP from client 2. So from client 2 to the ISP, they want us to do a trace route, see which way we take. Are we going to go this way or are we going to go that way? I drove by the fork of the road and went straight. Client 2, do another trace route to 100.1, right? Yep. It looks like 3.3 was the first hop, which was who? Let's check the addressing guide. So I don't feel like running any show commands right now. 3.3 is DSW1. See that right there? Interface VLAN 1. So basically, he took client 2 went this way as his first hop, right? Because this is layer 2, so that's not a hop. He went from there to his first hop, and then he went this way, right? Or is it this way? I believe it's that way, right? That's probably what he did. Because this way is down, so that's why he shouldn't be going that way. Otherwise, this would have been his first hop, and then that would have been his next hop, and then he would have made it to the ISP. But no, that's not the case. What's the next thing he wants us to do here? We're almost wrapping it up here. We only got like 3 more steps here. Which device is the first hop? We said it was DSW1. On DSW2, re-enable that interface. Does DSW2 reassume the active router role? Let's see. Y'all with me so far? Anybody questions? Go to DSW2 global config mode. Let's bring that interface back up. See right there, we're tracking FA04. It's down. It got decremented by 2, hence the reason why it is 98. If network knew his math, he would have known it was 98, not 99. Interface VLAN, I'm sorry, FA0/4, no shut. It went from up. Now this router is back to being active, as you can see with this syslog message. Next thing they want us to do is do a trace route again and see what's the first hop. The first hop last time was this guy, right? It was this guy was his first hop, and theoretically this should be the first hop this time, right? So last time he went this way, and this time he should go this way, which means the first hop should be DSW2, which is what's my IP address? 3.2 should be the first hop. 3.2 should be the first hop. Let's go to client 2 and test that out. And 3.2 was the first hop, just like we said.
Woo! Yeah, baby! That's what I've been waiting for. That's what it's all about. Woo!
Yeah, so anyway, I typically stream Monday through Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Lately, I said I've been on this kick. I said I'm gonna be studying every day, man. I'm gonna be reading. I'm gonna be doing labs at work and stuff like that whenever I have downtime. So I'm gonna be streaming sometime between 6 p.m. and 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you really want to know what time it'll be, just make sure you join the Discord server. You'll see it pinned at the top of this chat right there, and then you'll get an inside scoop on when I start streaming. Make sure you hit that like button on your way out. Make sure you subscribe to your boy. And we'll do another stream tomorrow, probably from Boson Netsim, or I might fire up my routers and switches, and we'll do another hardware lab. I typically go on IG Live, and you'll see me cable it up, and you'll get a behind-the-scenes look on how I might prepare for my streams and stuff like that. Follow me on IG and Twitter at NetworkBruh. That's at the word network and bruh, BRUH, right? And if you want to, connect with me on a more personal level. But anyways, from now, comment, like, subscribe to the network.